for assembly really came from the model that is described in the script, which is it's called a bespoke architectural rendering of the future. But what it's actually described as well is basically a kind of gigantic cardboard model that these participants have created in this citizens' assembly. And it's a cardboard creation that is a tool to communicate their ideas for the future. And we've really taken that kind of cardboard world and run with it as the concept for the show. So the cardboard installation is one thing, and then that has bled out into the world of the costume designs and also into the video designs. It's not a very kind of perfect, neat architectural model. It's a much more kind of DIY, haphazard kind of mixture of different people's working styles, and it was always the vision that it would feel quite sort of guerrilla and kind of rough and ready. Because this show is all about the climate crisis, we've really tried to embed sustainability within the kind of heart of the design. The installation has been nearly entirely made out of cardboard, and that cardboard has mostly been what the Donmar has been sort of about to clear out into its own recycling. All other materials can be recycled afterwards or repurposed, and also a lot of the costuming has been made out of either repurposed, reclaimed or recyclable materials. There's a lot of cardboard in there as well. It's been really hard to make a sort of, this is by no means a perfectly sustainable show, because operating during lockdown means that some of your ordinary resources aren't available to you. But we've tried our very best to make sure as much of the sourcing is as sustainable as possible. Designing for a digital production rather than a stage production has been a really interesting challenge, and obviously one that we've all been kind of working our way through within the theatre industry recently. It's been a really unusual project in that we are fusing live performance with video design and animation, and I've been working really closely with the video designer Andre to create this kind of like one really cohesive world, which has actually all come from this sort of cardboard universe that we're creating in the rehearsal room downstairs. It's a real mixture of kind of three-dimensional design and two-dimensional design, because a lot of the video design has come from kind of illustrations on top of cardboard, and me and Andre have worked really closely to kind of put those together. It's also an interesting challenge thinking about designing for screen and what's behind a lens, rather than what is kind of three-dimensionally in a space. So obviously it's a little bit more like working in film than it is in theatre in some respects, but what's really exciting is the fact that it's still going to be live, and we're working with this very exciting, complicated new broadcasting platform that has been put together especially for this show. So it's been an experiment, and we're really interested to see how it's all going to work. In assembly, we've got a whole range of human characters, but we've also got various animals, plants, elements, planets, and it's been a really interesting challenge to work out how best to design them. And it's been something that I have worked with Andre very closely on. All of those animal or elemental characters have visually, in their aesthetic, come from that kind of cardboard universe that we've created, as if they exist within this built world. So a lot of the costumes are created from cardboard, so they've got that kind of quite kind of rough DIY sort of aesthetic, but then also we've been looking at how video design can be a costume design in this kind of a format as much as a physical garment can. So there are points when the costume design bleeds into the video design to create that character.